Hey you guys, this is Tired Goth, and you are watching the Academia Gothica official podcast. This is season 12. I want to say it's episode, what is it, like episode 2 or 3 or 4 or something, whatever, never mind. You'll see it in the labels for the show. Um, so it's officially the Academia Gothica 250th documented Spooky Sunday article for the revamped blog page. So, for those of you who don't know the story about Academia Gothica, this started in 2018 and it got hacked to pieces so that other people could basically gut my ideas, my memes, and all my other stuff that I had been doing on that blog to pieces. Stolen, basically used for other purposes by major artist labels, and I guess like some sort of curator decided to take a bunch of my ideas and distribute them and say, hey, wouldn't it be cool if you did something like this for your label or your whatever you work for? And people are like, yeah, that sounds super cool. So like the art directors, I guess, who are working for these labels decided to completely gut my content and talk to other brands about like marketing strategies and topics and things like that. Or people just found it and stole it themselves. I mean, they didn't have to have anybody famous attached to it. But yeah. So this has been a thing since 2018. I had introduced this to a bunch of people and basically saw nothing for my work. Like, I was still working a day job and pulling stuff together myself, and all I want to do is, create and be like the master of the domain that I built, which is not a lot to ask considering that I built it. So, I mean, that's one topic for this particular podcast episode that we can broach here. Adjust our pins and all. So, um, yeah, there's that, and there's also the fact that as I was, shifting away from tech and moving into other realms of exploration, apart from the computer show and the malware show and everything, which you can find in playlists on the YouTube page. All of that is made available, so there's that to look forward to. You can check all of that out and see that they're in nice, neat little boxes, pretty much waiting for you to be, perusing them and checking out the history of my work so far. And the book is still available on the Patreon. When you subscribe for as little as $3 a month, you actually get multiple copies or multiple formatted copies of the same book, Privacy Actually. And you get an ebook. You get two kinds of ebooks: a .mobi for Kindle, and then a .epub for Nook. And then you also get a PDF. You get an audiobook, and you get to pre-order a new one if you'd like to check that out. I'm working on the second book now. It's part of a mini series. There are also some shifts going on with that particular publication that I will be discussing at a later date. And as for everything else that I've been doing, I mean, I've kind of just been keeping track of the shows that I create and, do for entertainment purposes and all that. And I really like what I do. I mean, I've gotten a lot of really interpersonal interference for the shows and the things that I care about, but I don't really give a shit about that because I don't care what other people want me to do. I care about what people need me to do, whether or not they know that they need me to do this for them. And that's kind of what it is to be a leader. You don't just sit back and take instructions from everybody else, you sit back and take in feedback from everybody else. And if the feedback is shit, you just keep doing what you need to do. That's the token sign of a leader. And I guess that's me. So, um, long story short as to how this brand even got started, I got sick of people taking advice from people that they didn't even like. I got sick of like being the person who had to take advice from people that I didn't even think were like, I think was like safe to talk to, people that I didn't think were safe to talk to. And I was just like, why does it have to be like this? Like, why do I have to be consulting someone or other people who just don't give a rat's ass about like anything but what they can put out? I get that a lot of work is egoless, right? That's not the problem. Being egoless isn't the problem. It's more so the fact that like some of the advice that is given by people who don't live by codes that are livable without putting someone inevitably in danger that's like unavoidable. And I get that some of the wisest people on this earth